here soon, and we do. As I say that, wow, amazing. But Delta, what were you saying? Do you want to get us started here on the map?
Well, yeah, I think the fight here for the red gun is very important. Elfwin there with the Burst Bandit, as we like to call it, a great addition in the Halo Infinite, rotation there. This gun, as we see the shotgun, as you said, in the hands of Shuggers, no one else really. I would expect that of. Shuggers very good at prioritizing power weapons on the map. A caster here as well in seasons gone by. So, it'll be interesting to see how he performs here in week two after his Status Who team have gone one down in the previous round.
Yeah, right now we see Status 2 get about 23 seconds on that ball from just a simple hold off spawn, and then just mayhem at those at those palm trees. Three down for eDivided, while two right now are down for Status Who. No team were able to get some foothold after that first initial contention off spawn. Right
Yeah,
now,
I've got
after
to
a
say,
minute played in this oddball.
yeah, I think Mr. Mayhem here has done a very good job of neutralizing the enemy team's opportunities to get a hold there. Like, he was the last player on the map, and he made sure that he put down damage and he put down kills, and was enough of a distraction so that the team of Status Who could not get a setup. Yeah. Okay, apologies, we're just experiencing some technical issues. We're back to, I'll sub an outlet there for a minute. No, never mind. So Meeks here just has control here up around palms, looking to push back there, the push from driveway, as we have all four players now, all of eDivided, all along that B side. Meeks is going to have their head on a swivel here. The ball kind of holding on to it a bit, maybe too long. Manages to get a trade out of it to the point, really, where it's 1v2 on the map. But unfortunately, sometimes you just got to have the awareness to just get that ball out of, the back of C, because you're just handing over a hold to the enemy team.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm back, by the way, so just making sure that I'm contributing something at least. But thank you for holding on to
That's all good.
the microphone while
Game one is always just like a bit of warm up, bro. I wouldn't worry about it, you know.
It's a warm up for you, me, and everybody in the lobby right
Absolutely.
now. But eDivided are just trying to rotate that ball, maybe to the PD side of things, but Alpha gets taken encoded FPS, staying alive at a battle between and two members of Status Who, which teammate of Mr. Mayhem was able to help them out specifically in that instance, and now they go on to push three members of Status Who. It just feels like
Yeah.
Status Who are a little bit more comfortable playing as a team here.
Yeah, at the moment, very much so, and really putting their kills to good use. Sugar's having just a pop-off game here, 11-5, as we enter the late stages of this ball or round one. But I can see here now, there's still 2.5 minutes on the clock, and eDivided are not terribly behind in slays. I wouldn't, they're about maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 back. I'm not very good at quick math, but Mr. Mayhem there obviously fragging out at the top 4 then. We're now following Coded with the red gun. Great shots there onto eDivided's Mr. Mayhem, as Meeks now looking to just get a bit of time. I think that was maybe a bit premature. They don't really have much presence on this side of the map, and eDivided here should be able to punish, but you need to have players fighting here, and Raven unfortunately got a bit tunnel visioned on moving that ball, and wasn't there to help his team in the team fight, and it's led to all 4 dead here for eDivided. Goated FPS now going into Red Room, and should be looking at the round 1 win here.
Yeah.
We may be
Right
having
now, like
technical issues.
I mentioned earlier.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, like yeah, no, like I was. Yeah, like I was saying, it's just Status who just a little bit more comfortable playing as a team. I do believe they've had a match last week to warm up, regardless of unfortunate circumstances. I do think that might give them a little bit of an edge this series, just because they've familiarized themselves with their teammates in a solo and duo queue league. Basically, all of these teammates are mixed. Sign up independently or with a duo and are shuffled together for the season. So a lot of new faces. And right now we see eDivided get the
Great
first
win.
hold off off spawn. Yeah, and a great win right there, which leads eDivided to get about 15 seconds on the.
This is dangerous though. They're leaning very heavy B, but they have no A presence to help that ball hold. So very disconnected there. Now that ball is on P Street and only 2 alive for eDivided. That ball needs to go into mid, but unfortunately it goes down. Camo in the hands of 6'10 Sasquatch, and I guess he heard me giving ups to Sugas. He has now overtaken this lobby. 15 kills, 13 assists, and he's just on the prowl once more with that camo, and should be able to lead his team to a decent hold. Unfortunate there to miss that stick, but Jaggy Dawn there just kind of maybe just trying to eke out a few seconds here, but it does look like there's a lot of desperate attempts to get some time on the board here for eDivided.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for 6'10 Sasquatch in my D1 lobbies right now because they are frying, and I do not want to go up against them. I think last season they were a player that was very much featured on stream every couple of weeks, so definitely nice to see them back here having a lot of fun on the Halo Rec League. But Meek's trying to get this ball moving through back A, threading like a needle right now, and just inching that lead back into the favor of Status who.
Yeah, and I
eDivided
think
are just in the back foot right now, not able to get control in the legs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like this is probably the biggest CSR swing league that we have in the contender, right? Because anything up to pancake to the camel from Elfwin definitely wanted to shut that conversation down real quick. 12 and 11, and really trying as the captain to drag his team up to parity here in this oddball game.
Yeah, that was a great play right there. That I love seeing the double kills, the triple kills, the overkills, but that one was just a treat to watch right now. But Status 2 are able to keep that pancake at bay by controlling the map, but Mr. Mayhem causing his name on the map. Mayhem through just staying alive, causing damage to Coded, gets taken out by the shotgun. So Suga's now able to push into this PD. Alfwin gets taken out with Repulse in hands, not able to use that for one more opportunity. The enemy picks up that Repulse and ball, and now continues to gain more of a lead.
Yeah, absolutely, and Sugar's there managed to get the ball out very well, but the problem is that a lot of this is very disjointed. I think while Mr. Mayhem did put up a decent kill there, I think there was just a little bit of a rush of blood to the head, right? We saw him kind of rush in, and he just did not have the backup, and he ran himself into unfavorable fights and will fall. And that's kind of thing that you'll see with, as you said earlier, a team that hasn't played together yet, you know? 0-0 in the season so far, and definitely playing into the narrative there that you were setting up, Queso.
Yeah, it's just tough. I think that in a league like this, you don't really know your teammates. Every single season is a little bit of a mixed bag, for better and for worse, to be completely honest. And at the end of the day, it's just competitive Halo. We just want to sign up and have fun. It does take a team to kind of know all 4 of their members and how they're going to operate to really really be dominant in the Halo Rec League. Even though, like I keep mentioning, we're not the highest ranking players, this is still a very competitive space. And right now, what I thought eDivided were going to be able to bring this lead back, and right there we saw them try to contest what should have been a final hold from Status 2, and now there's just more contention at that red room. But again, Status 2, it should be a matter of seconds before they take this first map and go up 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, definitely Meeks there just doing the Lord's work, getting that ball away from the oncoming push from C, good awareness, and will lead them, right? And they might be able to just like live their lives a little more than they would and value them a little more than they did in that previous match.
Yeah, and thankfully we didn't have any errors getting into the lobby. But right now, just look for Status 2 to have a strong start, while eDivided need to be careful with the momentum they give to Status 2. 2-1 is the score, 3-1 is the score now with about 32
And
seconds
6-10.
being played.
The
Sasquatch
large
has the camo
Sasquatch.
right there.
He on the prowl. You know, they are known for being very evasive, are the Sasquatches, right? You know, not very well known. Unfortunately, did give their position away, and they had their picture taken by by eDivided. So Mr. Mayhem now here, things are kind of stabilizing out, and you know we can see a lot of swings back and forth early game while players are still coming in. Meeks going down for the team there, despite the player being stuck, and you know, like it's moments like these, you know, that resonate with us all. Sometimes you get a bit of a rush of blood to the head, and you smack a guy who's about to explode.
Yeah, it's adrenaline that leads to just some simple mistakes in these lobbies. But just look for the team to minimize those mistakes and to stay cool, calm, and collected to really take the win in this series. 11-7 is the score right now, and just Status 2 playing a little bit more controlled. I think they're starting to get into their bully ball mentality that I think we see the best Slayer teams. Is they just
that was a
pack up together and start running spawns. But right there, eDivided making Sasquatch fight, as you say.
Yeah, and Raven popping down here now in bottom blue gives Status 2 a 14-10 lead, and Meeks here just managing to get a kill on there. A very high sense player, it looks like, as their crosshair is flying across. Will pop a couple of shots into Jagudon, who does manage to get away with their life for now. Into top A, which kind of gives me the impression that there isn't a lot of control on the map at the moment for Status 2. However, that trade onto Mr. Mayhem has led to a bit of a swing. Oh, but just as I say that, Raven now with the shock rifle should be able to put down some pain onto the enemy team. Unfortunately, not able to hit.
No, I was just gonna agree that pain was a great way of describing that, but unfortunately, like you said, was not able to find the head just yet of an enemy. And we're seeing Status 2 really trap in eDivided here.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like you know, a catch-22 here. Like they have the numbers here. They need to consider a push out through A here, just with the positions that they hold right now. But unfortunately, it's taken so long here. It could have been a call here from Elquin to maybe just plant feet and you know, try and get the spawners together, right? Like it's a good call. The only problem is that once you have all four, you really have to get yourself out of that rut. And with them spawning over towards A here, and Mr. Mayhem pushed out towards white, he's going to find himself on an island. Sugas has gotten that camo, and Mayhem will go down chasing it. And 6-10 Sasquatch now on 10-1 so far. Really put.
Yeah, definitely putting in that work.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Sounds, yeah, just making sure. Sorry, stream. I think we lost Delta for a second. Just got word from our producer, so I'm just gonna fill in here right now as Jakku Dawn is trying to throw those nades onto top A. Meeks is staying alive here. Has that Mando, reloads that shot. Teammate gets slayed, but drops off screen right there, and it's just not enough right now for eDivided to stay in control of the positions that they were holding. They just get, sorry, just seems like, yeah, no, status who, excuse me, on that point, we're just kind of trying to control that A, and then eDivided, we're just pushing in, and yeah, Delta, if you're back, right now we're just seeing just a little bit of just some good trades happening. I hate to put it in such bland terms, but while the lead is 10 kills in favor of Status Who, we're just seeing them just play the game and just
Yeah.
give a kill, but they take a kill in that process. So right now,
Yeah,
Coded
we've
just working at gold, trying to look at the top control spot. Yeah.
yeah. You know, we're heading into this mid game now where if eDivided are able to get a couple of kills together, which they have, they've closed it down to 6, and you know, the game here now is going to start getting into, you know, they're going to start playing for keeps. Unfortunately, I think that camo was burnt on Mr. Mayhem, like, hopefully. The only problem I'm seeing at the moment now on his behalf is that that's 0 in the assist conversation, right? Looks like they're very disconnected from the team, and while they're putting up decent numbers, they can find themselves on an island, and, you know, finding themselves at, you know, just a 1 or a 1 KDA here at the moment.
Yeah, and right now I want to mention 2 players. It's Coded and Jakku, or Coded and Don. I'm gonna call him Don, dependably, 'cause I know I won't mess that up. So Don is 3-12, and Coded's 4-6-11. Right there, it's not an indictment or something, a criticism of Don. No, that's something that I would like to see the team specifically improve on. Right, in this type of league right now, we're gonna see those players struggle getting their momentum. That's gonna happen in these Slayers, as we see a double kill from Sugas right there, and it's up to the team to help their kind of their players struggling to find their rhythm to feed them and to help them feel jazzed up, if you will. So that's kind of being the big difference maker here, is that I feel like eDivided, like we keep mentioning, just playing a little bit of an individual game. They need to prioritize playing as a team, because when they do, it's having good results, like right there that we just saw. They pushed in and collapsed Status Who, well, one member of Status Who on A. Now they have a little bit of momentum to work with, which it's not going to the favor, but it's better than not having any momentum.
Yeah, I think the main criticism I have at the moment is that they're being too like aggressive. You know, if you're like, I mean, everyone has like times where they can't hit their shots. I mean, God, me more than anyone would know that. But you know, it's just about valuing your life. You know, giving yourself, like, taking that one fewer shot really, and getting yourself back into cover. Like, you know, valuing your life a lot more can be of a great benefit for your team, because even just being alive means that you're a consideration for the enemy team. So you know, it's much more important in a Slayer like this, and in most cases when it comes to Halo Infinite, to value your life over valuing kills. Someone just says, okay guys, let's play together to get X, let's get ourselves a bit of control here, let's just group up, you know, because as we're seeing here off the rip, I believe that was rockets from Sugas here, and they're already up in needles and doing exactly as you said earlier, getting themselves control of the enemy's needles. And this is going to be a big uphill battle here for eDivided to repel this. I will say, however, that oh no, oh, double kill off the rockets. I was just I was just about to say, you know they have rockets and it's difficult to shoot downstairs. So maybe just like stay back, play together, etc. and so forth. But it looks like Elfwin with this overshield has managed to get himself, get his team stabilized off the back of it.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a sweaty lobby off the rip. I know we're kind of joking about this, having a little bit of a laugh, but a double kill and a headshot to stop a flag pull. That was that was very impressive. And on top of that, we saw the 2 body shots from that sniper. Didn't really get to give credit to that player right there, but right now we're seeing the pace slow down after everybody being like, whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Mayhem
Yeah.
gets the snipe off screen, and just Sasquatch almost gets a headshot right there. Gets the melee and
Oh,
gets
Meek's
taken
stick in
out
the
by
grass.
Mayhem.
Meeks, it's all on Meeks here to prevent this flag pull, and fantastic work there. 3 dead now from eDivided. 4 kills for Meeks. Very aggressive on the push-up. Staggered spawns for eDivided actually work in their favor here to repel Meeks momentarily, as we're looking at the power weapons coming up shortly, and Meeks, or Status Who having complete green control.
Yeah, right now we're seeing Meeks and company just effectively control the map. It seems like they know that script that I was talking about. They were talking about their strategy in between maps. They said, look, let's make sure that we control the proper areas of the map. They are with power items being
Oh, with sniper
summoned
and
once again
rockets.
coded.
He just has it all here.
Hopefully that they
Spoiled for choice. Oh, great
they are
escape there.
double.
From Mr. Mayhem momentarily. 7 and 4 in the lobby. Great sniper shots we saw there earlier. Now coded here. Looking to deny this overshield. Does not. It is picked up by Raven, who I hope notices they have it in their back pocket. And they got sniped just off it. Oh, you see, you gotta pop it quick, man. Oh, 2 shots down there from 610 Sasquatch. Not enough, and I think they should have the overshield in their control now. It could be Mr. Mayhem or Elfwin. Oh, no scope here as well. Oh, fantastic work there from 610 Sasquatch. Just able to put down enough damage to blunt any aggression that was going to come off the back of that. Here we see Jagudon, I believe, has the camo, or sorry, the OV, moving up through green, and yeah, managing to get some kills out of it. And we were saying this is a player who was having struggles in the first map, but here they're doing the Lord's work, getting that flag out. The only problem is that they're 2 dead. He's on his own here, and that's just a dead run. Sometimes you've got to be a bit more patient, start manipulating spawns and wait for your teammates to come up, and that's just something that you pick up in time.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like whenever we saw someone just pick up both power weapons, we kind of saw a curse thrown onto them. Anybody in chat is members of Halo clans, the sin of double power items.
Raven just getting drilled by Elfwin. Hate to see it. Oh, shotgun here in the back pocket. Maybe should have been in the front pocket. But we live and learn. As more power weapons are coming up, and it just seems the timing of these pushes are a bit disjointed from when the power weapons are coming up, and it's leading to a lot of dead runs that end up with Status Who getting power weapon control.
Yeah. Oof. So those were some nice rocket shots right there that led to that power item being drained. And it feels like for the first time in I don't know how long we've seen not really any snipers being in anybody's hands right now. I know we see coded with that OS right now. This match kind of like a fiesta match. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. It just feels like with how much those items are swapping between people, it just feels like every Every corner of this map has someone willing to do massive amounts of damage, but Mayhem is pushing and just
Yeah, this
trying
is
to
too
get
much now.
some semblance of control. Yeah, it's
Yeah, like you need to like realize that off the back of your kill, you have gotten space for your team. But if you overextend, you find yourself on an island there, just completely disconnected from any help, and will go down in needles. You know, and while the spawns were pushed down to tower momentarily, the problem is that there's no one to capitalize on that, and they were able to move their way out towards training here, and should be in a decent position to repel any attack that's coming through.
yeah, and right now we're starting to see eDivided just slowly work their way into having map control right now. I feel like Mr. Mayhem looking at the scoreboard right now, and wow, they're just leading the way for their team in the
Very
slay department,
active
just
player.
creating so much, yeah, so much space right now on the map just by the damage
Yeah,
that they're outputting.
Yeah, the only problem is that a lot of those kills are like, you know, pivs on like, you know, away from any team help, and that can just lead to, you know, I mean, yeah, it's 13 kills, but it's 11 deaths, and all of those deaths are coming because, you know, there aren't any teammates around, right? You need to gather your team up together and make a cohesive push, whether that's you know, a 2-2 split, a 2-1-1, or just waiting on power weapons here, which I would suggest, you know, just group up around green and just say, okay, these next rockets, they're ours. Or whatever about this overshield or anything like that, we need that kill. But unfortunately, it's just comes down to a piv that Shuggas wins, and that's the 50-50 nature of it, right? And now these rocket are often like putting yourself in this piv situation. It's not about, you know, going 1-for-1, right? You know, it's not going 2-for-1 on your own, right? Because if your teammates are already in the spawn screen, they're not really going to get anything done. And here comes this 610 Sasquatch, just popping that flag in with 4 minutes on the clock remaining.
Right there. You're doing a beautiful job filling in while I'm having just a little bit of latency issues. I'm not sure if it comes across on stream, but right now we see Sadisu just comfortably suppress an aggressive push from eDivided to get some contention on Sadisu's flag. It doesn't really end too well for both teams, but Sadisu has a cushion here, so they can give a little space while eDivided are just trying to move that flag. A double kill from Sasquatch.
Yeah, there's a time in
flag.
Yeah, unfortunately here, it just was a case that like once that fight has gone on for that long and you find yourself 2v2 on the other side of the map, you need to just back up and get yourself into a trap situation, right? Get yourselves back up to needles and on long and wait for your spawners to be able to make their way across the map.
Yeah. And now we see Coded and Mayhem contesting the opposition's top mid. Coded working through training. Mayhem just chasing them. Yeah, it's just a war between those two players right now. Was until
No.
3 down,
Yeah,
4 down.
here's Meek
Oof.
now.
For eDivided.
Oh, this is not looking good for eDivided. They are completely spawn trapped here, and Meek's just doing a beautiful job of like picking off the spawners in back base, and that flag is going down lower. Yeah, Coded
right
now.
there, we're just seeing
I mean,
some
this
efficient.
is just the. Yeah, a very efficient display from Coded here, I would say. Not setting the world light. Only 6 kills, but like 5 deaths at the time, right? And you know, just making sure that he's always alive to be that thorn in the enemy's side, that one little last player who can get his team out of a bind.
And I think that we're seeing really efficient, objective play throughout this entire series from Status Who specifically, right? They didn't just pull that last flag through long haul. They pulled it into the enemy's tower, right? The opposite of the spawn control I was kind of advocating for in between matches, and that to me shows that Status 2 specifically at this level are really going to be dangerous with objective-based game modes throughout this entire season.
Yeah, they have looked pretty well. Or pretty good. Like you see, the thing is, like, yeah, they had a lot of high efficiency plays. You know, like especially when they're backed up into their own base, they know that they will have the help first, right? So they just need to live their life and push when the going gets tough. Jagudon here now on a hero pull, you know. We'll go down Elfwin here, unfortunate to drop down here on top mid. But yeah, I think as the series comes to a conclusion, I've got to say that I've been very impressed with Status Who. They've done a very good job here of like being cohesive and not letting their foot off the gas pedal at any point during this series, right? You know, three very convincing wins, and you know it bodes well for them moving forward in this season of HRL.
Captured your flag. Defeat.
Definitely very exciting.